Part 5, we're looking at neutralization. Here's a reminder. Neutralization is when you add an acid and a base. This gives you a salt and water. Remember, a salt is a metal and a non-metal, or a metal and a group of non-metals, like a polyatomic ion. When we have acid, we are looking for hydrogen ions. And when we see a base, we should be thinking hydroxide. When they come together, HOH, that's your water. The rest is going to be your salt. Make sure to write down the equation after you check out this video. What we're going to do is we're going to put 5 milliliters of an acid. We're using hydrochloric acid, HCl. What we're going to do then, add a little indicator. Indicator changes color depending on what the pH is in solution. The one we're using for this experiment will be bromothymol blue. Typically, it changes between colors yellow and blue, and it will change within this pH range. If you're less than or equal to 6.0, that means you're to the left or down, right? So it will be completely yellow. If we go above or equal to, greater than 7.6, it will turn a blue color. So as we go from acid to base, we should see a change from yellow to blue. Let's check it out. We're heading over here. We have some hydrochloric acid. We're looking at 25% hydrochloric acid. To keep everything constant, we're using 25% sodium hydroxide as well. So let's just take a look at the indicator first. What we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of hydrochloric acid to one of our test tubes. I'm going to add sodium hydroxide, our base, to the other test tube. We're not being exact here, we're just trying to get a small amount. Take a look at the HCl. I'm going to show you the color change. We only need about 1 or 2 drops here. We'll give it a swirl. And that is bromothymol blue with acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. Right, so we said yellow, it's got like a peachy orangish color. So we'll look out for that when we're doing our neutralization. The other test tube, we have NaOH, sodium hydroxide, that's our base. We can tell it's a base because it has an OH. 2 drops of the bromothymol blue indicator. And we see a really nice blue, almost purplish color. That will be if we have an acid. I meant to say base. Sorry. Okay, acid and base, there we go. We're gonna do neutralization now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take an evaporating dish. Why is this called an evaporating dish? Look at the amount of surface area we have here. There's a lot going on to allow for really nice evaporation. Increase the surface area, and we'll do better with evaporation. This is 5 milliliters of our hydrochloric acid solution. We're starting with an acidic solution. Before I drop it in, what color should be the bromothymol blue? Good, I'm glad you got that one. We're going to put a couple drops of our indicator in our evaporating dish. And as you expected, we can see the solution is that yellowish orangish color. Again, take a look at our HCl with bromothymol blue. Remember, this is indicating that we are at less than or equal to 6.0. I'm talking about the pH. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add base. Right, so HCl, hydrochloric acid, NaOH, sodium hydroxide. We're going to add this drop-wise. And hopefully we get some sort of color change. There's 5. You can notice still that color. There is a little bit of bluish in the middle, but it's kind of hard to see. There's another 5. You can see the blue is kind of swirling in the middle. We're at 10. Let's do another 5. We're at 15. Keep going. There's 20. 25. The blue is starting to expand a bit. Let's see if it changes. Is that 25? I meant 30. Take 2. Let's go to 35. Okay, we're almost there. 35. 40. There's 45. The blue's starting to stick around a little longer. Are we at 50? I feel bad for the magic hands that are stirring it. Is that 55? Oh. That's 60. Oh yeah, come on. I'm gonna give it a mix with the, oh, there we go. Aha. The solution is now blue. What does that mean? That means you're at a base. We've added a certain number of drops of sodium hydroxide. We ended up putting in, I wanna say 65. Am I right on that? Check the video. We'll make sure. Rewind. So there we go with our drops. We use bromothymol blue, which changes from a yellow color when it's less than or equal to 6.0. I'm talking about the pH. Once it goes over or greater than or equal to a pH of 7.6, it will turn blue. What does this indicate? Going from acid to base, the pH changed, meaning we added base to acid in order to neutralize the HCl acid. Remember, acid plus a base gives you a salt and water. Neutralization, I'll see you for the next one.